everyone, thank you for joining me again this week. We're going to make this beautiful little basket. It's another Easter project, and this little basket will hold 8 of these eggs plus one cream one. And it's so simple and easy to make, except that I'm not going to stamp on this one. I've actually found a couple of lovely little roses out of my stash, so I'm going to put them on it instead. Okay, so let's go through and see what we need and we'll get going. Alright, so we need a piece of cardstock that measures 5 inches by 5 inches, and another piece that measures 5 inches by half an inch, and then we just need some scrap pieces. We need another piece in the same colour as this, and 2 other scrap pieces, just for doing a bit of contrast. Okay, so we'll start by using our 1.5 inch punch, and I'm going to punch out 2 circles in this colour, this pink colour, which is called Blushing Bride. Alright, and then I'm going to cut out 2 in this pink, which is Melon Mambo, and they are at 1 3/8, and 2 in white, which is 1 1/4 inches. So that's all our pieces cut out now. So we're going to do a bit of scoring, so let's put all those on the side, so all the bits we don't need to score, and we'll start with our scoring. So let's bring my scoring board in, and we're going to score our 5 inch square piece at 1.5 inches all the way down, and at 3.5 inches all the way down. Okay, and then we're going to turn it the opposite, around 90 degrees, and we're going to score it again at half an inch down to the first score line, just down to that score line there. Okay, and then at 1 inch and 1.5 inches, and 1.5 inches is going to go all the way down. Alright, and then at 2.5 inches we're just going to put a tiny little notch, and at 3.5 inches we're going to go all the way down again, and then we're going to score at 4 inches down to the score line, and at 4.5 inches down to the score line. Okay, so if you can see on there how our lines look, and we're going to turn this 180 degrees, and we're going to score down to the first score line again at half an inch and at 1 inch, and we've got our score line here all the way through, which is the 1.5 inch, and I'll put a little notch at 2.5 inches. We've got our 3.5 inch line all the way down. We're going to score down to the first score line at 4 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay, that's the scoring done on that piece of paper. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, there we go. I think you can see it okay. And then on our 2 that are the same colour, these are the 1.5 inch circles. So we're at 3/4 of an inch, we're going to score them down the middle. Okay, so at 3/4 of an inch, right the way down. Okay, oh, that doesn't look like it's in the middle to me, but oh well, let's have a look again. Oh, just under. Just not right there, but never mind. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit out. Okay, only as my mum would say, it adds character. So now what we're going to do, oh, hang on, did we score? Oh, yes we did. We did put our little marks on either end. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of folding and burnishing. So we're going to fold and burnish our score lines this way and our score lines this way, and that's it. We're not going to worry about these because they'll all be cut. And now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. Alright, so with our cutting we're going to start with our notch piece here at the 2.5 inch mark, and we're going to cut down to this corner here, which is the first or the third, whichever you wish to look at it, score line. Alright, and we're going to do that on both sides like so, and then we're going to cut this score line out. Alright, so you've got like a triangle in the middle, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So at that notch mark, we're going to, from that notch mark, you're going to cut, and it doesn't matter if it's not real even, because it's not going to be seen. And we're going to cut that out there and cut that one out there. Okay, so that's all the bits we're going to cut off. And now we're going to cut down these other score lines to the score line, to where we scored down to that line there. And we're going to do that on all 4 of them. Alright. This is actually a very quick and easy project, and can be done in an array of colours, depending on whether you want it for a girl, a boy, a baby. So it could be in pastels or anything. Okay, so we've done all our cutting now, so we've got like a fringe edge at the top and the bottom. So what we're going to do is we are going with a little bit of glue. We're just going to put a tiny little bit of glue at the top of this triangle, and with the outside one, so there's this tiny little glue in there, and with these outside ones, we're going to bring them in and make them level with the top. Okay, so we're going to pop that there, pop another little bit of glue there, and we're going to pop that one on top like so. Okay, so we're getting our basket shape. Now for me, I find it easier to do both of those ones first before doing the rest. So here we go again, a tiny little bit of glue here, and the outside ones, or at the top, and making sure it stays nice and square, and a little bit more glue, and the other one on top. Oops, that one didn't want to stay. Get back on there. Who do you think you are? Okay, so we've got our shape of our basket now. Okay, so now we're going to pop and go back to the other side, or the same side, it doesn't matter. And we're going to pop the next one down now on top of that, making sure that none of them go above the top of this line here. Alright, and then the other one on top of that. Okay, oops, and then a bit more glue again, pop this one on top, and a bit more on there again, just to make sure that that one goes on top of there. So you've got like a basket shape there, can you see that? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do the same on the other side again, so let's move them out the way so we can see what we're doing. Bit of glue up to the top, a bit of glue up to the top, okay, and then a bit of glue and up to the top, or as far as I can it all go, and then a bit more glue, and then that one can come up as well. Alright, so while that's just sticking that tiny little bit longer, what we're going to do is we're going to fold our circles over and burnish them off. Okay. And we're going to just break the fibres in our, this is our handle, so we're just going to break the fibres in our handle so that it curls over nicely. So, alright, so we're going to do that. So we're going to now put a little bit of glue on the inside of our circle on both sides, because we want to glue it over the top of here. So we're going to pop that down nice and neatly across the the score line and push it down nice and tightly, and that covers up all that edge. So it doesn't matter that that looks a bit yucky, because you're not going to see it. Alright, so we'll do the other side, bit more glue, lay it on the top and glue it into place. And I've got the most stickiest fingers going today. Yuck. Alright, with our handle now, we're going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of the handle here and glue this down on the outside. And we're going to do the same on the other side and glue him into place here. Alright, so now we have our basic basket shape, and for me this is how I'm going to decorate it. So I'm just going to glue my white circles onto my pink circles. Okay. Come back. Come back. Come back. Oh. And then I'm going to glue my circles onto the front here, just so that you can't see the handle bit. Now, if you wanted to go with a smaller circle, you could. I just like the bigger circle. I think it just, I don't know, it just gives it more oomph, if you know what I mean. So, and that one on that side there. And let's pop the lid on the glue. And then I'm going to get a couple of glue dots here, which I have, which I'm going to put on the back of my flower. And I'm going to put my flower onto the circle. You could put a couple around the handle here, I guess, if you really wanted to as well. And there you go, there you've got it. You've got your little basket all done. And as I say, it will hold, let's go, 2, 4, 6, 8 little ones and 1 cream egg, quite nicely. What do you reckon? Do you like it? I think it's a cute little project and really easy to make. So I hope you enjoy this week's project. There's plenty of different ways you could do it. You could put a different colour handle here. You could put 2 handles, one at the 1/2 inch and one a tiny bit bigger, like another 1/8 of an inch bigger, making it what's 1.5 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and putting it underneath in the red or the dark pink would look really pretty. You could put a stamped image like I have got on this one. This one I did silver around here. This one I did the pink. There's just so many different variations. So I hope you like it, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.